So, first chapter Fridays, the first one we're going to do is The Girl I Used to Be. This first chapter is really short, but it gives you an insight onto what the book's about. Scatter My Bones, Chapter 1. The only sound I can hear is my own panicked breathing. I'm running flat out through the forest. Then my toe catches a root, and suddenly I'm flying. Until I'm not, I come down hard. With my hands cuffed in front of me, I can't even really break my fall. Despite the plastic boot on my left foot, I'm up again in a crazy scrambling second, spitting out dirt and pine needles as I started sprinting again. Running like my life depends on it, because it does. 3 weeks ago, I was living in Portland, working in a supermarket deli, slicing turkey breasts and handing out cheese samples on toothpicks. Now I'm hurtling through the southern Oregon woods, being chased by a killer. And no one knows I'm here. Because of the handcuffs, I can't pump my fist. Instead, I have to swing them in tandem, trying to avoid another fall. I lift my leg higher as the ground rises. I can't hear my purser, just as my own panting breathing. If I don't come back, will Duncan ever know what happened to me? These woods can't hide things for years. Will animals scatter my bones? Plants twine around my remains? When I reach to the top of the hill, I don't slow down. Instead, I try to lengthen my stride. It's impossible to maintain a rhythm. I leap over a log, splash through the sliver thread of a creek. My mouth is so dry, a taste of dirt and bitterness of fear. A Steller's jay startles up from a branch, squawking. If only I could take wing and fly. But I'm stuck here on earth, legs churning, staggering over the uneven ground. I can't stop or I'll die. The reality is that I'm probably going to die anyway. And if that's so, I'm going down fighting. So, this is a book about somebody who's getting chased by a killer. I'm not going to spoil much more of it, but I will say it is worth reading. It is not my absolute favorite April Henry book, but it's up there in one of my favorite April Henry books. So the back, just to read the back to you. 14 years ago, a 30-year-old girl was the only survivor at a horrific murder scene. All the years later, the same girl is determined to search for the truth, but the killer is even more determined to stop her. When Olivia's mother was murdered and her father disappeared, everyone suspected her father had done it. Fast forward 14 years. New evidence now proves Olivia's father was actually murdered on the same fateful day her mother died. That means there's a killer still at large. Can Olivia uncover the truth before the killer tracks her down? So, girl is on the run from her killer.